Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Kenn Bosak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Kenn Bosak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. Cause I'm Kenn bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Kenn Bosak.
All right, we're live, bros. How goes it?
What's up, Moo?
What's up? How's everybody doing?
Chilling, enjoying the day. What are you getting into?
Nothing much, man. I just got home. I'm just kind of getting to the relaxing portion of the day.
I'm happy
Just
we
had my
could.
first meal.
I'm happy we could kick off the
Nice.
relaxing start of the day, man. I guess just want to say everybody, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to share this. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, wherever you're watching this, go ahead and share it. Thank you very much. But you can go ahead and delete your account and uninstall those applications. Just go to X, formerly known as Twitter. You can go ahead and follow hashtag not another Bitcoin podcast. The hashtag is the name is the link, and the link is the hashtag, etc. and so forth. As always, my
Boom.
co-host here is Miggy Crypto Live. How goes it, bro?
What's up? Not much, man. Just here doing my brown cow thing,
How now, brown cow? How goes it?
Yes, sir.
And we have our guest today, my newest favorite bro. I'm so fucking happy I
What
met you
up?
at NFT NYC. Shout out to you, bro, and the 404 Mon. Thanks for coming on. How goes your day?
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. It was a pleasure meeting you, and it's definitely like a honor to be here with you guys, and the day is going great. I have no complaints really. Just staying positive and busy. You know, that's the meta, I guess.
Yo, that's the alpha right there, dude. Just trying to say
The coolest
positive.
sounding raccoon I ever seen.
You
Thank
know
you.
what's
Thank you.
fucking funny though? You definitely have the voice of the raccoon. Like, and I'm happy to say that you are a voice actor for my upcoming kids cartoon, Elemental Soul. So big shout out to you for participating
Noise.
in my shenanigans.
Cool. I can't wait for that. It's gonna be sick.
Haha, it's
We're
Mr.
gonna
Wind.
Yes,
we're
sir.
gonna have
Um,
fun, man. It's gonna be so much fun.
It
yeah, I'm
has been
excited.
already, honestly. I know more so for me than most of the people on the team because it's just me still putting together a lot of shit. But just putting it together has been a lot of fun, and it's going to overflow into you guys. But yeah, thank you for that. I just want to give a little self plug with the Elemental Souls. Give you your shout out for being a voice actor as Mr. Wind. Why don't you introduce yourself to the audience a little bit? Let them know maybe who you are in like non-crypto world and how you kind of got into crypto and what you're doing now with 404 Mod.
Cool. Yeah. So I'm basically just a union worker. I work like maintenance in these buildings in Manhattan, and I kind of got into crypto in 2019 when my best friend was just telling me about this coin, Hex. Right? He wouldn't stop talking about Hex, and that was my journey. Basically, since then, it's been just sacrificing to Pulse Chain, and
Mm.
we kind of waited a whole long time for that to come out, right? And while waiting, somehow I discovered just that I kind of wanted to make art, and I had a passion for making art. And that's how like the founder and artist came out of me. Is just one day I know we're all about kids shows, but um I like the truth, so I will tell it. I ate a mushroom bar, man, and dude, I became like a different person. I just wanted to just create these beings and these cool little
Mm.
monsters and aliens, and that's how the 404 mod concept just kind of came out. The 404 NFTs came out, and I saw there was no monsters. There were nothing that were evolving or any cool thing like that. So me and my professor, that's what I call him, the professor, right? He's my developer. We kind of just scrambled and put this cool thing together. And I gotta say, man, it's been a cool experience.
Yeah, I'm happy you were open about your experience. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
again, we're
awesome.
working on a kid's cartoon. This is not that. So fuck off that expectation right now. This is the Bitcoin podcast, guys. But I actually have in my hand right now a polka dot magic mushroom candy bar, 200 milligram magic bar per piece,
Noise.
200 milligrams per piece, bro. And it has this NFC thing that you can tap your phone to get like the lab test results and stuff. Yeah. So thank you to my bro ACU5 for the polka dot magic chocolate bar I got today. But yeah, I feel very similar with the story I have with mushrooms. Helped me with ego death. Stopped caring about what people thought of me, and I sure as fuck stopped caring about other people. And I don't be thinking about people. I don't be judging people, and I highly doubt people think about me and judge me. And that ego death was very much so thanks to mushrooms and that psychedelic experience. So I do thank you for sharing that. I know it can be quite vulnerable to do so, man, and I'm happy that you had this epiphany kind of come out of this. And I guess if you could explain a little bit about like what Hex is and like what Pulse Chain is to Hex and what these 404 NFTs are to Pulse Chain.
Sure. So Hex, um, is kind of just a token, right? And I don't know too much of the actual tech side of that, like where the software or the code came for Hex, but I know Pulse Chain is a direct fork of Ethereum, and it was designed to be faster and cheaper than Ethereum, and it's kind of working like that. But who knows when the traffic gets to be as high as Ethereum, what the fees will be like then, So it's like for
Yeah.
now it's working as intended, but how will it scale with the higher volume is the question.
Do you see them like doing things or making tools or kind of at least moving in the direction of like working on that problem? like the developers or like the main group, that are building on Hex?
To be honest, yeah, I feel like maybe not so much the Pulse Chain team, like Richard Hart and his developers, but I think like the network itself is just full of builders and cool developers, and I think somebody's gonna figure out a solution to that kind of problem, sure. So, like whether it comes from Richard Hart or not is to be seen, but yeah, I think there could be something done, to be honest.
Yeah, they're working on layer two solutions or anything like that.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure, man. That would a layer two thing would have to be something that like would have to come from Richard Hart himself, right? Like from the actual developers of the blockchain, I'm assuming.
You could build a third party layer two.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, like what. So I'm curious, like what marketplace or launchpad, like how do you deploy, 404 NFTs with Pulse Chain? Because I know there's like OpenSea or Rarible or Atomic Hub, Nifty Blocks, Nifty Gateway, all these launch pads for NFT accelerating, but they're mostly for like Ethereum or Wax or whatever. What is like a launch pad or a marketplace for NFTs that are on Pulse Chain though?
So as far as the 404 goes, I'll answer that first. You don't need a launch pad or any kind of like front end or minting app. You actually just people could go to the exchange, whether on Pulse Chain we have Pulse X or we have 9mm, and you could go there and pretty much just buy it as a token.
What?
And once you buy one full, let's say in our case it's FOFMON. So once you buy one full FOFMON, that's when you would receive your NFT in your wallet, and then
Mm.
you could go on Pulse Chain. We have Mintra, right? If you go to Mintra, which is app.mintra.ai, you could check everything in your wallet there. So you could see the NFT side of things over there. And as far as launch pads and things like that, I think Mintra also is working on that. So if you wanted to just deploy your own collection, it could be done through Mintra as well.
Okay.
So this is fairly, I guess, new in a sense as far as the NFT stuff because they don't have like an open sea or anything where you can just go and, you know, click a few buttons, type in some stuff and upload a picture and then boom, you have a NFT collection. That's pretty cool. I like that. I'm looking at the website for the game, and I like that it has the kind of the little explainer of the ERC 404, where it shows the ERC 20 kind of broken up into a puzzle piece as a token, and then you have
Yeah.
the ERC 721 as the NFT, the image, and then it creates the hybrid of the ERC 404, the hybrid where it's like the puzzle piece image put together in the
Hmm.
right order. Because I didn't understand. I was like trying to figure out like what it was, and boom, like right there. I guess just talk about like if you can like how the process was, for you to kind of like create uh this idea and like actually,
Yeah, because
you
they
know,
evolve and
go
shit.
live. Right.
Sure. So uh, I'll start from the beginning. So like when this concept just kind of was birthed by watching the 404 Gophers. So we watched Gophers, and they came out and there was only like four pieces of AI art, right? And the whole 404 aspect of it, where now you have the chart and you have the token side and the liquidity that's paired behind it. So now it actually has some kind of value. That kind of just, I don't know, I was really enthusiastic about it and I thought it would become a new standard, right? So that's when we really started creating this thing. And for me, as an artist, I just wanted the monsters not only to be unique, right, and have their own feel and not be associated with Pokemon or Digimon or any one of them in specific, but like all of them combined, right? Like I wanted to kind of encapsulate that late 90s feel, right? And I feel like we did that. But more importantly, I wanted the evolutions to really be spot on. So every one of the evolutions needed to make sense, and that was kind of challenging using the AI. So what I found best that worked like really well
Mm-hmm.
was Copilot. If anybody's wondering, the
Mm,
Bing Copilot works amazing. Like it's
Oh
probably
shit.
one of the best. Yeah, man, it did really good for this collection.
that's awesome.
And so the way we evolved them was through Twitter Spaces. So I created a storyline with an evil trainer,
Oh
and
shit.
once we yeah, like we had narrated battles within the space, and once the narrated battle was over, basically the developer interacted with the smart contract and updated all of the metadata, and then once he hit refresh, it basically uploaded all the NFTs, and basically it's like 49% chance of evolution. So if you held two of the same monster, technically you had a good chance of like getting a next stage evolution, you know? So we try to make it fun for people.
That's dope. That's dope. I love the evolutions,
That's cool.
honestly. I do a lot of cool things with like blending and stuff. And when I
Mm,
came across your stuff when we were talking, you're showing me. I was happy to see that you weren't like into like static things. I'm not very much into like static NFT collections. I want to be able to do something, and even if it's just like rubbing two NFTs together to get fire, right? Like at least I could
right.
rub them together, something happens, and I think that you have this friction. That gives it that heat that you can cook with, and that's why you're cooking with the 404 mon. You said it was FOF or whatever. Is it F0F mon? MON?
No, it's FOFMON, and that's the ticker.
Oh, okay. So it
And
is no
and
zero. It
yeah,
just O's like the letter O.
no, so basically the ticker side of it is FOFMON, no zeros. But then when you're talking about the NFT side, you have 404MON. So it's like the two
Gotcha.
names are different, but it's almost the same thing, right? So
Right.
FOF just stands for 404 man. Like, so it just stands for 404 still.
Right. No, I like that. It's the same, but it's different. It's actually, I think, pretty clever branding if you ask me. Especially with the utility side of it being like you said, the token side versus like the NFT side.
Yeah, I think so too. And It, if we could have put a 404, the actual numbers, we would have, but the tickers don't allow for
No, I think what
any
you did is
numbers.
perfect. There is a difference, but there's also a branding similarity. Very much like there's
Yeah.
McDonald's Corporation and McDonald's Inc., right? Like one's the fast food
Mm.
franchise, one is the real estate company. So there's, the difference, but similarity. And I think, yeah, it was definitely good for the branding. I brought it up because I didn't know if it was intentional for like search engine optimization, the SEO side of things. But yeah, I mean, like Bob Ross says, there's no accidents. There are no mistakes, just happy accidents. And I think the 404, 404, 404 F0, you know what I mean? The differences, I think, are good for marketing for the specific differences of it. I guess, did you want to talk a little bit about that side, kind of the tokenomics versus the NFT nomics?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, that's the like really cool part about it. So, like, we came out and we did fair launch, and basically only 1% of the token supply was kept for the team, which ended up being about like 25 a piece. And we ended up just giving those away to people anyway.
Nice.
And like we came out, it was about like I want to say like 5, 6 cents per NFT. And we had a whole time high of almost like I think it was like $60. So we did about like 1,000x, and that's pretty
Nice.
dope, And right now we're kind of just trading sideways at about like $30, somewhere in between 30 and
Ooh,
40. So we're
Nice.
still like
that's
Nice.
holding
nice.
strong,
Yeah.
and yeah, we're like building a cool community, and we're trying not to tell too much, but like the NFT side of it is really cool because you start seeing people who are paying attention, and they know, right? Like this one is the rarest one. So they're putting it up for sale for like, $20,000. And it's like, okay, nobody's buying
Wow.
it yet. But it's like people truly see the value of that. Like, they know. And we're providing them with these lists, right? With like the rarity lists, and we're showing them all the different evolutions, and we have the evolution charts. And it, it's really cool to see the differences in value, right? Because art in itself is subjective, and it's like what somebody will pay is like really unknown until somebody pays for it, right? Like,
Right.
um, but then what it's worth on the chart, it's like, okay, well, it's worth $35, so that's what I'm gonna pay is $35, like, you know. So, but like the cool part is some people, well, I don't know if it's cool, but it's interesting, is some people might not even know that a FOF mon is really associated with an NFT in their wallet. Like they might just be trading it back and forth like a regular token, right? And that's why we decided to put 404 in the name. So that way, maybe people see it. They're like, okay, well, this is a 404 and we should pay attention to it and
That's
maybe
really
look in our
interesting.
wallets, you know?
Wow.
That's fun.
Yo, that's I think like a great guerrilla marketing tactic, but like it's not a bug, it's a feature kind of a, you know what I mean? Because it's like you're right, people won't know that they might have something with some, metadata that makes it a non-fungible token, but when they're looking at it, they look very fungible, right? So it's that, oh, this is a 404, maybe I should look more into the metadata side of things. This might not just be a fungible token. This is a non-fungible with different traits and rarities and stuff like that.
Right. And then like the people who do notice, they have a chance of potentially really making more money, right? Like let's say you're selling that for $35
Oh
because the
shit,
market
yeah.
says it's 35, but then you were really holding on to something so rare. Like you had a crazy evolution of the rarest one, and
Right.
you could have maybe got like $1,000 for it or like a couple $100 right now.
You know what?
And
A
you
good
decided,
analogy is like, if you have the Batmobile, right, versus a Corvette, like a regular Corvette, right? It's like, oh, well, that Corvette was used in a movie and it was driven by a celebrity, so the car is famous. This is a very specific version of this Corvette series, right? So it's like that metadata matters when you're trying to buy and sell a car. There's a really cool episode in like Seinfeld where I think Kramer gets tricked and Jerry or somebody gets tricked into buying a celebrity's car that wasn't really the celebrity's car. So metadata is very important. But yeah, I love that you're convincing people in this way to like care more about the tech, right? It's like, you know what I mean? Like you're kind of forcing people to want to look under the hood tech wise, and then the art that is under the hood is kind of like the prize inside the cereal box because of the metadata to them.
yeah, absolutely. Like, and that to me is, I kind of want to get away from the stale bread, right? Like the stale NFTs, and it's like you mint the NFT, and then they go, oh, wait to reveal, and then right, everybody's like, when's reveal? When's reveal? Right, and then
Right.
when they reveal it, the floor just dumps. Like everybody just starts selling them like right after reveal, and then the people who do keep, they go,
Yep.
well, what's next? What's next? Like, it's always what's next. So like I knew people just want more, and that's why we gave him the evolutions, because it's like, bro, who doesn't like evolving art? And it's like you look in your wallet, and let's say, okay, you didn't take part in the Twitter spaces and you missed out on all the evolution spaces. It doesn't matter, because if you hold them, if you look in your wallet now, wow, like look, maybe some of them evolved, maybe some of them are stage fours, and you're holding on to some like pretty cool stuff. Like who knows, you know? So I think you have to, you told me, remember, you have to keep it interactive. You got to keep it fun, man. And that's what we try to do with the 404 mon. And I think we kind of succeeded with that. Like
That's
not
awesome.
only with the tech side, like you said, but I feel the art that accompanies all of that is really like, dude, it's so good. Like it made me FOMO over it. I'm like, shit, I need a whole bunch.
Did y'all have just one artist that worked on that, or did y'all have like a couple artists, or like how did
Yeah,
Bro,
that?
it was just me by myself.
right?
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, it was just me, and then the developer did all of the coding and everything, and he's been doing all the front end, all the back end, like,
Which
you
AI did
know,
you use for the art? Like when you were putting in the prompts and parameters and stuff?
Oh, I used the Bing Copilot.
Oh, that's I know you mentioned that earlier,
Nice.
but that's the
Okay.
only
Yeah,
one you use?
yeah, man. I tried using
Oh,
something
okay.
else. I try to use something called hold on. Let me see if I could do
Well,
this
yeah, I
without
figured you were
messing up.
using a few of them the way it looked, actually. I thought you
Yeah,
started
it
the base on Bing and then it fed it to another, like an AI. Like you
no,
fed, oh, wow, that's great. I didn't know
I
they did
tried
that.
using Imagine at first. Imagine AI. It's on Samsung phones. I don't know if
I have
Apple may
that.
have it as well,
I'll check it out.
but yeah, yo, Bing Copilot just worked so well, and ever since I've done
That's
this
cool.
collection with it, I kind of try to just use that a lot more and try to get better at it. But there's a couple things you can't do within it. But for this, I didn't really need that. Like you can't try to, I guess, feed it faces and have it duplicate that face, into a
Mm,
character. It gives you a blank face. Like it just blurs out the face for some reason. It's
whoa.
weird.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Huh, I wonder if there's like a thing that could be like, huh, that sounds like something that could be like a project. You know what I mean? Like a PFP collection of
And
its own.
it's really aggressive with like parental stuff. Like it assumes you're being dirty, and it like
Oh,
fails prompts a lot because it like how
lame.
you're wording stuff. Yeah, it's pretty lame. It is.
What are your thoughts on AI potentially not needing you, right? Like, what if like the AI that you use decides to do something like this without the human at the end of it? Is this like, you know what I mean? Like you're
Wah,
teaching
wah,
Terminator how
wah.
to replace us with by you doing
Right.
this stuff. Have you thought about like what it would look like, to have AI using AI to kind of do what, you're kind of doing with AI?
I mean, I wouldn't even be mad at it. I'd be curious. I'd like to see the AI create stuff on its own, see what it can make. To be honest, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of prompts it would use and like why it would use like why would it choose to
Yeah.
use those prompts?
Like
I mean,
I'm curious.
wouldn't it still be limited, to a certain degree because it could only do so
It
much that it
would
was
because
allowed to
it's
be?
learning from us anyway, right? So it would
Yeah.
only know what to ask is like what we've asked it so far. Or would
Hmm.
it be sentient enough to start thinking its own
Exactly.
questions and its own
Right.
stuff?
Well, if AI
Because
does
so
get
far, like,
sentient, bro, this is how it's going to get money. If AI needs money to buy like weapons off the deep web from like terrorists and shit with
right,
Bitcoin,
right.
yo, AI is
It's
going to make
true.
some fucking NFTs. It's going to pump its bags. AI is going to get some Bitcoin. It's going to buy some nukes off of these terrorists, bro, and it's just going to start some shit. Watch. It's going to like pay
AI
some
is just gonna
fucking
be rug pulling people,
yo,
creating shit coins, just
what the hell makes
scamming
you think
people.
that
Like,
isn't what's happening right now,
For
bro? Like, how
real.
do we not like? How do you know like Eagle Eye with Shia LaBeouf isn't like happening
Oh
right now with
yeah.
like
oh,
fucking
Oh,
great
that
crypto
had to have
movie.
NFTs?
that had to be happening. That's how why that movie came out. That was like it probably
It
it's
made
like
its
probably
own
so far
movie.
advanced now.
It made its
Yeah.
own movie about
It's
itself for its
so
own
advanced
ego and
now.
hubris. That's funny as shit. AI got an ego and made a movie about its fucking self.
Yeah.
I just love the
That's like
incorporation
some
into it.
real Roadhouse shit. That's
Fuck
like
yeah.
Connor, play Connor,
Yeah,
be
basically,
yourself.
be yourself, bro. I love that, and that's what I mean. That's kind of what you're doing with these 404 mom, bro. You're like totally being yourself. I don't think that you're a character. A lot of people decide to become a character when they make a project and try to become like this weird
Mhm.
fucking like spokesperson slogan. They lose track of who they are as a person, and this is just you doing you, like you said earlier. Like, I got a 9 to 5. Like, I'm a normal hardworking motherfucker. Plus, I do this shit for fun, and I think that's what a lot of people,
Mhm.
take too seriously is the stuff they do for fun. Have you kind of, getting into the more professional side of things, right? And having people that are, I guess, would be considered investors or whatever, right? Have you lost that sense of this is like, I'm just in it for the fun, or has the pressure kind of taken away a little bit of the fun and added a little bit more seriousness to it? I'm just curious because, like, for me, at some point I've had waves, and now I'm back to the like I don't give a fuck. You probably shouldn't have bought my shit anyway if you weren't having fun. But I'm just curious, like, where are you as like like you said, you're founder and an artist. The hat for those like kind of came out of this experience for you quite recently. How has it been, as an artist and a founder through this journey? Where are you?
Ooh, man, the journey's been like, I'm not gonna lie, it's been ups and downs, like you said, but
Mm.
I feel like it's all been fun, man. Even with all the problems and all the stuff that's happened, I feel like it's kind of just been um like bittersweet, but the sweet is so much sweeter than the bitterness, right? So it's
Yep.
been it's been great, bro. It's been a lot of work, and I don't know, man. Like it's still fun for me, but now I know that there's way more work to be done. Like, like most people think you do the NFTs and then you drop them and then it's like, well, what do we do? Like for me, it's not that because while conceptualizing this thing, I already knew that everything is so cohesive that once we're done with evolutions and once we're done with the first phase of merch, we're going into all of that, right? Like we need investors and we're going to try to either do trading cards or comics and we're going to make it a video game. And that
Yeah.
all to me is all just exciting, bro. Like every little thing that happens, I just start smiling because I'm like, damn, like I called this shit out. Like I keep materializing shit and manifesting it. And most people, when they say like, yo, I can't wait till this happens, and then it happens, and then they bitch about like how much work it is and stuff. And I'm not that person, bro. I feel like I just love it. I'm like, damn, like I really can't wait till like I'm meeting with investors and we're talking about the next phase. And like, I'm just happy for the people who are here with us now, who are early because they see what I see. And bro, I feel like Stan Lee. If anybody tells me I'm not gonna do what I want to do, I'm gonna tell you, go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
straight up.
That's awesome. So what's next, in the near future, like that you haven't
Sure.
really had a chance to
So
talk about?
one thing I'll tell you guys is like one phrase we've coined is we don't do maybes, we do what ifs, right? So like we
Nice.
don't really tell people what we're doing. We just go what if and shit. Like when people ask us stuff, we go, oh, what if, right? Because they're like, well, what if we do this? And I'm like, okay, what if?
Yeah.
But to really answer your question, bro, um, we're going into merch. After that, we're going
Nice.
into like holders appreciation, which is going to be some kind of free NFT that we airdrop to people, which is going to be some really dope stuff. There might be utility for that, maybe not. What if, right? What if it's just a cool piece of art?
What
I don't
if
know, right?
we
Fuck it. It's free, motherfucker. I don't give a shit.
yep.
You know what I mean? Sell it. I
What if we
don't give
make
a
some
fuck. Do
custom
whatever you want.
kicks and send them to me and Ken? What if?
What if it
Woo!
goes to the
Right? Shoot.
moon? What if?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
baby.
And then after that, bro, we're gonna go straight back into evolution. Like we're not done with
Nice.
evolution. How many more are coming? I don't know. You can stick around and find out. But after that, we're going right back into another round of merch, like some more cool limited edition type stuff, like real low numbers too. Like.
Nice. I like
Yeah.
that.
And then after that, the next piece of the roadmap is gonna be when we really like I said, we're gonna get serious. We're gonna start looking for some funding, and it's gonna start getting cool with some IRL collectibles. Like that's what I'm all about, man. I'm a collector, and I really wanted to give something to people that was from a person who really understands that it's all about the branding, it's all about the box, it's all about the packaging. It's not just the
Right.
product itself.
Yo,
It's the
bro,
whole
you
thing
know what you're
combined,
sounding like right now? You sound like Chris Farley from fucking Tommy Boy.
Yeah,
Yo, trying to sell
Oh
me the
shit.
brake pads and shit, bro. It's not I could put guaranteed on the box, but what the fuck does that mean at the end of the
Yo,
day, bro? It's not about
yeah.
what's on the box. It's about like, you know what I mean? It's in the box. It's me, bro. Buy my brake pad. I love that shit.
that's funny. Oh, that's good.
100%, dude.
That's one of my
Fellow
favorite
comic.
movies, man. I'm gonna have to watch that tonight.
Yo, you sound like Chris Farley right now. Like, yo.
See, you make the meme, you just do the opposite. You know, say it's about the packaging and stuff, and make that a post for mon meme.
Word.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Shout
Definitely
out to
gonna
the
do that.
sponsors of the podcast, Azavoria and Fio. I forgot. I saw Miggy's tweet. You didn't forget to tag them. They're on the screen, I believe, right? Are they on the screen right
Yes,
now? They should be.
sir. Let's
Shout out to
find out.
those guys.
Yeah, they're.
Shout out.
Oh wait, maybe not on this one, but shout out, shout outs.
Oh, see, there we go. Thank you, dude. This is why I needed you to do this. I'm like not at home at the office, dude. I'm in LA, and I knew I forgot to
Yeah.
do something. So yeah, I was in Miami for a few weeks. Now I'm in LA for a couple days. I might fly back to Miami. It's kind of up in the air right now. Working out with Cheddar and the boys. Just got done pitching at the Tokenize and Bid Angels. Talked a little bit about Elemental Souls, but really went in on Shitcoin
Nice.
Conference, and it looks like
Yep.
we got funding from Michael Turpin. So shout out to
Awesome.
Michael Turpin. I got
Sweet.
funded without a shirt on, bro. I walked into this fucking meeting with these billionaires, bro, with no shirt on, and they said, "Yeah, here, take my money." So I fucking love you all. Thank you, Wales. We're gonna be doing Shitcoin Conference. It's happening now. It's
That's
official.
legit.
We got funding.
Good. Some people were asking about something, and I was like, just do it. Let's just do it a shitcoin.
Yes.
I'll figure out what it was. But yep.
Awesome, man. I hope I get to see 404 Mon out there at Shitcoin. Probably gonna have you as a fucking speaker because I really like all the shit you're doing with NFTs, and especially the shit you're doing outside the box, like fucking around with Hex and Pulse and shit. Like it's not.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's not the cool kids club, really. Like you know what I mean. A lot of people hate on
Nah,
Hex, hate
bro.
on the community. You probably get more hate than from out. Like this is the thing I have with that is like you probably get more hate from people that are outside of Hex and Pulse than you probably do get love. Like it would be nice if you got a little bit more love from the community. You know what I mean? Because it's hard. It's hard loving some shit that got this toxic energy. What are your thoughts on that? Like that, like toxic locker room talk. Kind of. Pulse chain's kind of a whole moniker of its own with like the sexual innuendos and shit, right? So I'm curious, like, what are your thoughts on all of that? Being in that community, do you think it's making it harder to be like 404 Mon, or do you just like think that is what it is when it comes to this space? Like everyone's got a tribe, and the tribe for Pulse Chain and Hex just so happens to be this like alpha energy.
Wow, I like how you put that at that. I don't know, man. I feel like it's true what you're saying. Like when I go into spaces and I tell them I'm associated with Hex and Pulse Chain, there's a bunch of people who right away try to just, they try to go in.
Yeah,
and
fuck them dudes.
I find it funny because I'm so used to it. Like it happens all the time, and I almost wait for it. So when it happens, I'm just like right on cue, buddy. And I don't know. I know that these are people who are jaded because they probably lost money, and they probably just sacrificed a little too much money to Post Chain, or they lost money in Hex. It's not my fault, and I understand those people. But what what's the crazy part to me is within Pulse Chain, it's kind of like the same thing. Like where you say it's this alpha energy, I feel like that's kind of what almost fucks Pulse Chain up. It's like it's too much of that like big dick contest shit. And to me, bro, I don't really fuck with that. Like if you know me in real life, like I'm a real chill dude.
That's why I'm saying this, bro. I did not get that shit
until
when
I'm
I
not.
met you.
Like, like I'm chill until I'm not. And it's like, I wish people would work together a lot more because it would entice the outside people to come in more. And it's like we're being perceived by the other blockchains is not because of like how people see it. It's because of how we're acting. So people see how we're acting and then look how we're being talked about. It's like, yo, all this extra alpha energy shit. And it's like, bro, there's no need for that. Like we could all be chill and get along and just, relax, man. Chill. It's all good.
Chill, everybody. Besides, all blockchains are shit, anyways. No, I'm just kidding. So y'all need. Yeah, everything in life is a scam. If you have to pay for it or, do something obscene to get it, it's a scam. So whatever. No, I'm just kidding. I do
Food's
like
a
the drama
scam.
though.
I feel like food's a scam. It's a rug pull.
I mean,
You
literally
eat it,
everything
you eat it and
is.
it's gone. It's like, yo, I just got rug pulled. I'll never see that food again. It's gone.
uh, yeah, nobody's blockchain is any better than any other ones for now. You know, wait till quantum computing comes. They all gonna suck then.
Mm.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. And it's that's the whole thing is like Ken said it, tribalism, right? We all have our cliques and everybody's all clicked up and stuff. And it's cool to be a bully and it's cool to talk shit. So, um, I guess my real answer to that is like I really don't pay attention to it, and I always try to just preach and try to hope that we could all just find something that could bridge the gap between all of the blockchains. Like, and that's one thing that I like about Pizza DAO. Like, right, they're using pizza as a tool, like a bridge to just go from blockchain to blockchain, and everybody could do it. Everybody could
Yep.
be a part of it. It
I
doesn't
mean, who
matter.
doesn't
Like,
like pizza, bro?
Right?
right, exactly.
Yeah.
Pizza party. I'm
Well, I
bringing
mean,
cakes too.
I'm curious why you haven't decided, have you, or maybe you have, right? Like considered using another blockchain or forking, bridging. I'm just curious, maybe even doing another collection on another, blockchain because of, all this energy. Have you thought about like, maybe your tribe isn't here and going on a journey, like a walkabout, right? Like, people
Mhm.
go on walkabouts and, find their tribes hundreds of miles away from where they started. And I feel like you may have started your journey here, but maybe your tribe isn't on Hex or on. I'm not trying to imply. I'm just very curious because when I did meet you and you told me you were on Hex and Post and all this shit, I'm like. My idea of those dudes is I don't see you, being that much of a dick, bro. But okay, I'll check out your stuff. You know what I mean, bro? So it's like, are like I don't know if I would fit in with the jocks, right, in high school and shit. Like enough to be like invested in wearing like the letter jackets and going to the games. I'm more like, all right, I'm in the chess club, so I'm gonna go to this math elite contest and cheer my boy on while he does trigonometry. That was my tribe. Have you
Nice.
thought about going on like a blockchain walkabout and seeing if your tribe is elsewhere, or is this where your tribe is and you're gonna make this home?
Um, that's a great question, man. But I've definitely thought about it. It would not be a fork over. Like whatever is done on post, I want to leave it here. Um, I'll never leave here fully. Like I'll always stay here because I like to be the difference and the exception within that crowd. And then maybe I could onboard people just by me being like different than everybody else, because when people approach me and they come at me sideways and shit, and they start talking all of this Richard Hart shit, I don't get combated, I try to really understand where they're coming from. And that makes me want to stay because I always like taking a battle. Like I like a challenge and trying to onboard people to post chain is fun. But yeah, man, I've been thinking about maybe doing something on a different blockchain, maybe Solana, maybe Base, maybe Polygon. I don't know, something.
Right.
Who knows?
Nah, that's what I like to hear. Keep them guessing. Keep everyone on their toes, including your damn self. You shouldn't even know your next
Yeah.
move. You know what I mean?
Yeah, why not? I mean, you might as well spread the love around blockchains because I mean everybody talks about it. The goal is that you can move across chain seamlessly at some point without too much hassle or fees. And
Hmm.
ideally that's what everybody wants. And so if your project is already kind of existing in these different, these blockchain universes, then it'll make it easier for when all that happens. And you might find some love from another community that, hey, you guys raised a little bit more money just to throw into the, the project and be able to do more with it and stuff like that. So not a bad plan to kind of bounce around a little bit for sure.
Yeah, yeah. And
Hey,
like the cool thing with the 404 Monar is the the way we designed them is every type resembles one of the Richard Hart tokens. So they're all resembling a different color palette. So when we go to a new blockchain, I'm sure there's some kind
Hello.
basically a new addition to the 404 mine. Like,
Nice.
hello.
Yeah, sorry, your mic cut out for a second.